going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Tonight we're going to be checking out the STREAMLIGHT TLR-7. Now this light does have a lot to offer, especially for its size, but it does have a few flaws that we will be getting into here shortly. Before we jump into the TLR-7, I want to give all of you guys a huge thank you for stopping by. Be sure to check out those links down below. There will be links for GlockGuy226.com where you guys can sign up to my email list where I will notify you every time I upload a new video, because some videos I'm doing I cannot upload on YouTube, so I'm putting them on gunstreamer.com, Dailymotion, a few pages like that, as soon as Full 30 opens up, because as of right now, early April 2018, Full 30 is not yet open, but as soon as they open their doors, I will be putting all of my content over there. But if you guys are looking for the Polymer 80 build videos, any of my newest build videos, and guys, we're doing a lot of build videos, we have a lot of awesome discount codes coming, be sure to go subscribe to my channel on the other platforms that I'm posting on. Now that all that's out of the way, and I'm sorry we have to do that, guys, but things are getting pretty rough here on YouTube. It's hard to continue to create content while we're investing in camera gear and lights, ammo, things like that. So I really do thank you guys for your support. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the TLR-7. So STREAMLIGHT dropped the TLR-7 this year, and this thing is an absolute powerhouse for its size. In my opinion, this falls into the class of compact weapon lights, such as your Surefire XC1s, your Inforce APLCs, which this is one of my favorite lights as far as a compact weapon light goes, and your Olight PL Mini Valkyrie. Now, all of these lights shine in their own areas. They're all great lights, but I do think the STREAMLIGHT TLR-7 has a few features that really stand out amongst all of these lights. Now, first of all, this is a 500 lumen powerhouse of a light running off of one CR123 battery. It is pumping out 4,300 candela if any of you guys are interested. And another variation of this light that STREAMLIGHT has released is the STREAMLIGHT TLR-8, which is the exact same light, it just has a laser. Now let's go ahead and take this off of the gun. And very nice mounting system, very easy to take off. And if you guys are wondering, I've been running this on my M&P 2.0 compact, and I do have a holster, which I will show you guys a little bit more about it once the light's back on the gun. But I am running a TLR-7 M&P 2.0 compact holster from Renaissance Firearms. Chip is a great guy, and if you guys are looking for a TLR-7 holster, Chip is your man. Now let's start up front and work our way to the rear. So on the TLR-7, STREAMLIGHT has done something a little different than normal for any of their products, and they have made the light compartment up here in the bezel. Now the bezel of this light is kind of unique, and it is kind of different for a STREAMLIGHT product, but much like the Inforce APLC, you can disable this light with a quarter turn of the bezel. So right now, let's say you throw this on your gun and throw it in a range bag, and on the way to the range, it gets bumped, turned on, and your battery gets drained. Well, with this light, you can turn the bezel a quarter of a turn, and it completely disables the light where you cannot turn it on. When you throw it back on your gun, give it that quarter turn, and it will be good to go. Now, the battery is in here behind the bezel, which is sealed off with a red rubber O-ring. This light is IPX7 rated, which is 1 meter for 30 minutes. Really, guys, the only thing I need to know is if I drop this in a puddle or if I shoot this in the rain, will it be okay? And the answer to that is yes. Now this light is rocking one single CR123 battery, which is great. I love lights that take CR123s. CR123 batteries are like the staple for weapon lights. Now let's get into the mounting system on this light. So the mounting system on this light is rather similar to the mounting system that is on its big brother, the TLR-1HL. We have a little flathead screw that does have some texturing on it, so you can tighten it by hand. But this screw does sit a little more flush to the frame, so it is a little bit harder to do by hand. And I do recommend snugging it up with a screwdriver, a coin, even a piece of brass once it's on your gun, just so it doesn't come loose. So what we're going to do, we loosen this up, and it does have spring tension there to slide onto your Picatinny rail. And right now I am running the universal mount. I have found that this works with your normal Glock rails, your M&P rails, which this is like a true 1913 style rail. So the universal mount is good to go with me. Now it does come with a few different keys. The one key says Universal 2. We have a 1913 labeled key, a 1913-2, and I think these are just backups. And then we have a 1913-3 and a 1913-4. I'm guessing these are all just backup keys. That's why they have duplicates and 4 of the same key. But so far, the universal key works on everything that I've tried it on. Now that all that's cleaned up, let's get back into the light. So moving back from there, the controls. Now this is where I really struggled with this light. And I do see where STREAMLIGHT was coming from. I do see the point they were trying to make. So what we have here are ambidextrous controls, and our controls are this little tiny notch right here. And they're very positive click. We have momentary, we have constant on. So I mean, they are very nice controls. And what STREAMLIGHT was trying to do was make snag-free controls, just controls that were completely tucked away, and they did a damn good job at that. But let me show you guys while this is on the gun, and whether it's on an M&P 2.0 or a Glock, it really doesn't matter. The controls are just kind of funky, at least for me. I don't have the world's longest fingers, so when I grip the gun, I can reach the controls, but guys, it just feels so weird compared to, say, your Inforce APLC that has these awesome paddles on it, and these are by far my favorite controls without a doubt. But the controls on the TLR-7 are just a little different, and it does seem like it's kind of harder to reach, and that's exactly what Jonathan from Tactical Toolbox said. He said, I don't know, it seems like an awesome light, you know, the lumens, it's bright, but the controls on it are just a little bit funky. Now, like I said, I do see where STREAMLIGHT was coming from, wanting to make snag-free controls, something a little slimmer profile, and like I said, they did a damn good job at that, but they are just a little funky. Now, like I said, this is a 500 lumen light. It does have a momentary feature, so if you hold the button for 1, 2, 3, you're gonna have your momentary, and then we also have constant on. Now, this light can run those 500 lumens for 1 hour and 50 minutes off of a single CR123, which is great. That's honestly great timing for a single CR123 at 500 lumens, so that is very impressive. Now, the beam on this light does have a pretty good hotspot, and I will roll in some nighttime footage so you guys can see this, but it does have a pretty tight hotspot with pretty limited spill, and it does have a throw distance of 131 meters. The TLR-7's coming in right at 2.4 ounces, 2.15 inches long, which when it's on the M&P here, it does stick out about even with the frame, just past the actual frame, but not anywhere close to the muzzle, which is really cool. And I'll go ahead and throw this on a Glock so you guys can see what that looks like. I know a lot of you guys are running Glocks out there. This light was really made pretty much for Glock or Glock size guns. And on a Glock, it looks absolutely perfect, fits the muzzle really nicely, and I will have to get like a Glock 19 TLR-7 holster sometime down the road. But right now, I am really digging it on the M&P 2.0. I have been carrying the M&P 2.0 compact quite a bit ever since I got this new holster from Chip over at Renaissance Firearms. Chip is a great guy. I was actually posting some pictures of this setup on Instagram, and he said, man, I just got one. You know, let's make a holster for that M&P 2.0 compact. And he did just that, and I've really been liking this thing. Now, in Glock Guy 226 typical fashion, I of course got a multi-cam holster, and this thing is super nice for this setup. Very positive click in there, draws nice and easy, and it also has great retention. So if you guys are looking for a TLR-7 rig, Chip is your man. Now, STREAMLIGHT has also rated the TLR-7 to function in negative 40-degree weather, all the way up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit plus is exactly what they say. Now, how does this light stack up against the APLC, the Olight PL Mini, and the XC1? Well, guys, the TLR-7 being a 500 lumen weapon light, coming in right at $139, and if you use the discount code GG226 over at Optics Planet, it will save you a little bit of money on this light, as well as anything else you can find on their website. But the Inforce APLC is an awesome light. It's honestly been one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite, compact weapon light lately. And the APLC is coming in right at 120 bucks, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. But this is a 200 lumen weapon light. So as far as lumens go, the TLR-7 is absolutely killing this thing with almost triple the amount of lumens. But some guys like the low lumen lights. It really just depends what you want. Now, as far as the XC1, the XC1 is also a 200 lumen light, coming in right about $230 to $250, so price-wise, I don't know if the XC1's worth it. I've broke this light, I've broke the mounting system, and Surefire did replace it. They are a great company, but the XC1 is a light that I don't know if it's worth it, guys. That's up to you, I'm just not sure. And last but not least, the Olight PL Mini Valkyrie. Now, this little light here has really made some noise in the firearms community. It is a 400 lumen rechargeable light for 80 bucks. And the only downside to the PL Mini is finding people that make holsters. But right now, as we are in early April 2018, there are quite a few companies making holsters for this. I think Chip over at Renaissance Firearms, as a matter of fact, is making holsters for it. So it is getting a little bit better. But guys, for 80 bucks, it's really hard to pass up the PL Mini. Now, the TLR-7 is an awesome light. I do think STREAMLIGHT did a good job on it. But the controls, it's kind of a downfall to it. And one other thing that I wanted to show you guys, and hopefully we'll be able to pick it up here. If not, I'll have to roll in some footage. But this light does have a flicker while dry firing. Now, you guys did see some footage at the beginning of the video where I was out at the range firing with this light on, and it did flicker. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to tell because it was light out, but we'll go ahead and do a little bit of dry fire, and hopefully you guys will be able to pick up on this. Just a little tiny flickers, all you get, and it's not a big deal. And STREAMLIGHT is actually telling people, or they released a statement saying that that's what it's supposed to do. It is not a malfunction. So it's really hard to tell on video, but the TLR-7 does have a little bit of a flicker while you dry fire. Is it a big deal? I don't know, that's up to you. I really don't see there being any issues with it. So at the end of the day, I do think the TLR-7 is a good option for a concealed carry light. It does have a few minor flaws, but I think I can work past that. Like I said, I've been carrying this setup. I have fired quite a few rounds through this setup, and I haven't had any issues yet. So I'm gonna leave that up to you to decide if this is the light for you. But what I can tell you is this light is good to go. It is a good everyday carry light, and it is nice to see STREAMLIGHT make a compact size weapon light for these guns. I know the TLR-6 is a good weapon light. I run one on my Glock 43, but in my opinion, their Picatinny rail version of the TLR-6 just looks absolutely goofy on any other gun besides like a Shield and a Glock 43. That's just my opinion, but that's going to wrap it up on the TLR-7. I want to give Optics Planet a huge thank you for sending this light out. They got this light out to me right after it was released, as soon as they got it in the shop so you guys could check it out, and I went straight to testing it out so I can get a review out for you guys. So a big thank you to Optics Planet. Be sure to use that discount code GG226 to save a little bit of money on your order over there. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.